This new weapon has a longer reach than the sword.
Mojang just confirmed this will have a longer range than all the other weapons, but isn't it interesting that they keep saying weapon and then showing it being used on horses when clearly that doesn't sound like a spear at all if it can't be thrown? Let's go into that after the great news about Bedrock, where mobs have longer ranges than their Java counterparts, and now you can actually poke them without fear of being retributed on. But it's also bad news for anyone looking for a zombie horse. You should have some fear, since obviously there's going to be a zombie with a spear. Obviously, you need to watch out for his vastly superior range, but most people are more concerned with the name of this weapon, which they find to be strange, because obviously if you use it mostly for jousting, whether that be on a horse or the wooden horse that goes on ice, and you don't use it for throwing whatsoever, then that is clearly a lance and not a spear. This idea is ripping through the community faster than someone with a charge attack and an elytra, but it is worth mentioning that yes, it feels wrong not to be able to throw this, but that doesn't actually make this correct. As someone who loves pedantry, it is worth mentioning that although a lance is a more accurate weapon to describe a weapon used on a horse, it is technically a subset of the spear, and so this is just a spear that you can use for lancing, or you can use it for anything else. But does this feel correct to most people? I think the answer is no, and so I think it makes a lot of sense for Mojang to play around with the enchantments we know this weapon's going to have, and maybe for one of them to give you the ability to throw this so that you can have a charge attack that doesn't require you to be there. I also think that this weapon is going to really change the game because it's our first new combat weapon that has two of the combat tests built into it. That is the delay every time you use it, and that is the extra range. Is this a sign that Mojang are taking combat seriously? I hope the answer is yes, but we'll find out when it goes into testing for Bedrock in the next couple of days.